Hey everyone, it's your girl Lana Pink with the rainbow hair. Nails still ain't done. So I'm actually going to be making a backdrop. It's in progress I should say. But anyhow, I'm coming to y'all because I finally finished Pearly Place. So my last video, I gave you guys a little sneak preview saying that God gave me a dream about a place called Sin City, but I was inspired by that to also make Pearly Place. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys today. Welcome to Sin City, where all sin is welcomed and equal. In Sin City is the street Seduction Avenue and Temptation Lane. Before you enter the houses on either street, you see that there is a fence, and it is blingy, shiny, attractive, because it is meant to look appealing. The houses are green, and this was actually a detail in my dream. Green means go, but you see the little red man in the house, who is the devil, is red, and red means stop. I also added, this was also part of my dream, that the little red man in the house, he thinks he's hiding, but we can see him. So he's in a window, but he feels like he's not visible to us. But the sad thing is that even though we see him, we still walk in the door because green means go, right? It's a pretty place. Why wouldn't you want to go there? But let me tell you, you don't want to go there, because if you go to Temptation Lane and go into the house of addiction, you may feel stuck, trapped, you may feel impulsive, you may continue vicious cycles, you may feel self-hate because you're doing these things, and the need to feel good again. It's just a cycle over and over again. It's a vicious cycle. If you don't go into addiction, you might want to go into the house of temporary satisfaction, where you're always wanting more because you're unsatisfied, and it only feels good for a moment, and it's a vicious cycle of seeking. If you go to the street Seduction Avenue, you will find yourself either at the house of lust, where you have impure thoughts, sexual immorality, when you defile your own body, or you may want to go inside the house of quick gratification, but you're always wanting more because it's non-lasting. So I'm going to go back to the bottom. I'm sorry, my hand. Remember, I am still learning, y'all. I put, you can leave anytime, but do you really want to? So that's the thing about sin. It feels good. We want it, but we shouldn't be there. So you have the opportunity to leave, but a lot of us end up staying there. And I also put that we know that we're going to eventually visit him, who is the devil. We're going to fall into temptation, so why not get it over with? But God really wants us to try to not fall into temptation. You will, but we'll get to that, what happens if you do. Lastly, I just wrote to stay away from Sin City so you won't be seduced and fall into temptation. Thank you for listening. Now I'll be showing you guys Pearly Place. Welcome to Pearly Place, where the sun is always shining, referring to the Son of God. Pearly Place is the place where we are all one big happy family. Unlike Sin City, we all live in this beautiful home together. Not saying we won't always agree, but we have learned to show compassion to one another and agree to disagree. As I said before, even if you do visit Sin City, which we all will, you don't have to stay there, because in the doorway is Jesus himself, and he has the word forgiven on there. He is waiting for you in the doorway, and his arms are wide open and ready to embrace you. So you have someone in this window saying, I made it out of Sin City, and they feel free because of that. Also, he wants you to come as you are. He will fix the rest. I'm going to stay at street level for a second. So in Sin City, it also has gutters. I don't know if you noticed that detail, but here I said it's a shortcut to Sin City. I had someone saying it's dark. I hear someone else saying it's hot in here. So at Pearly Place, there is only one street, and that is Grace and Mercy Street. So some of the things you will find at Pearly Place is joy, love that is real and unconditional, peace, healing, comfort, answers, renewal. You have someone saying, I beat my addiction, security, dad, that's your heavenly father. He's a provider, he's a friend, and he's a protector. So remember, you might find yourself in Sin City and walking down Seduction Lane or Temptation. I said it backwards. You might find yourself walking down Seduction Avenue or Temptation Lane, but you can always come back on over to Grace and Mercy Street where you are forgiven. And how didn't I remember to talk about these gates? Look at the gates. Blinging. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Can't wait to share my next creation with you guys. Bye.